Hi, welcome to another Cantonese tutorial. I'm a native Cantonese speaker from Hong Kong, so here is how it works. First, I'll play a portion of a video clip of whatever I find interesting with spoken Cantonese subtitles so you can have a general idea of how the video goes. Then I'll play a second time with explanations. When you see words highlighted in yellow, that means it's something special or grammar related. If you see words highlighted in blue, that means it's a vocabulary that I think learners may find it difficult. And if you see some blanks, that means it's a listening test for you. So let's see if you can figure out what to fill in the blanks. This tutorial is for intermediate to advanced learners, so if you are a beginner, I'm not sure if this is suitable for you, but you can still give it a shot and see if you can learn something from this video. So let's get started.
放心啦，呢批 AA 加嚟㗎，而家出邊打緊風，呢批最好㗎啦，歐洲嘢好搶手㗎。
帶個標籤，呢啲咩字嚟㗎？
哦，土耳其文嚟嘅啫嘛。
吓？土耳其又話係歐洲進口水貨嚟嘅？
歐洲一體化啊嘛，土耳其而家都歐盟嚟㗎啦。放心啦，好安全㗎。
我都係諗諗先啊。
真係唔使擔心喎，分分鐘水貨好過行貨㗎。如果唔係，點會咁多人買咩水貨鏡頭、水貨相機、水貨電話、水貨跑車啊？知唔知點解啊？好嘢梗係留翻俾自己國家㗎啦，唔出口㗎。
但係水貨奶粉我都係第一次聽啫。
梗係啦，我哋呢啲大茶飯嚟嘅，淨係做批發嘅啫。如果唔係馮老師介紹你嚟嘅話，我唔做你啲散客嘅。放心啦，呢批 AA 加嚟㗎。
I believe one of the most difficult things to learn and to teach is these kinds of exclamation words. Apparently they are called exclamation particles. I'm gonna call them that from now on. These exclamation particles seem to have no significant meanings but can actually alter the tone and implications drastically. I wish I could give you a set of rules telling you when you should use what, but I believe it's impossible. What you can do, however, is to text me on Discord. It's free, start a discussion about whatever, and I can tell you how I would approach saying what you want to say, and I promise I'll reply you as soon as possible. Despite everything I said, I'll still try my best to explain why we use certain exclamation particles for situations specifically in this movie, and hopefully when you watch more and more videos over time, you'll become more comfortable with them. One of the many ways to use la is to convince someone. So saying 放心啦 is to convince someone not to worry. If you want to drop the la and still make it work, you can say 放心. Can you sense a convincing tone here? However, if you say 放心 instead of 放心, then the convincing quality will be lost and it becomes more like assuring something. And in this scene, she doesn't sound like she's assuring anything. In Hong Kong crime films, AA ga usually refers to high-quality drugs. What's funny, or at least supposed to be funny, is that she's using terms as if she was stealing drugs, but she's actually selling baby formula. 嚟ga here is used to convince her that the baby formula is of high quality. So what's the difference between la and 嚟ga? Well, generally we use 嚟ga after a noun rather than a verb, and we don't use la in a simple declarative sentence. So if I want to say I like eating apples, I won't say 我鍾意食蘋果啦. The la here is totally unnecessary. So 呢批 AA 加 la would sound weird.
嚟㗎，而家出邊打緊風，呢批最好㗎啦。
出面 means out there, but where? Well, according to the information we know, she's probably talking about the baby formula market, or if we didn't know the story beforehand, the drug market. For 打緊風, I actually had to turn on Chinese subtitles to make sure I got the meaning correctly, and I didn't. I thought it meant something else, but Netflix translated this to very restricted. Let's just go with that. Gala here is used to convince her that this baby formula is the best. So how is it different from 嚟㗎? Gala can have the meaning of already, while 嚟㗎 usually don't. So 呢批最好㗎啦 means this is already the best.
批最好㗎啦，歐洲嘢好搶手㗎。
嘢 means things. Here she is referring to the baby formula. You can put a place in front of something to show where it's made in or where it's from. So 歐洲嘢 means things from Europe. 搶手 means popular, but it's almost always used for things. 99% of the time, we don't use this on people.
搶手㗎，
帶個標籤。
The answer to this blank is 但係. It's very common for us to pronounce 大.
呢啲咩字嚟㗎？
嚟㗎 can be used to ask a question with confusion. So if you ask someone genuinely, not a rhetorical question or anything, what's your hobbies? You won't say 你嘅興趣係咩嚟㗎, because why would you be confused when asking this question? You can use this structure 咩嚟㗎 to ask what something is. Remember with confusion. So if you say 咩興趣嚟㗎, it actually can have different implications. On top of my head, there are two. One, you genuinely don't know what that hobby is. Two, you are confused in a way you find it strange that people actually have that hobby. So back to the movie, 咩字嚟㗎 means what word or language is this?
咩字嚟㗎？
哦，土耳其文嚟嘅啫嘛。
The answer to this blank is 文. We usually say 文 instead of 文 if it's preceded by another word. But there are exceptions, like 經文. We don't say 經文. 經文 just means words in a Bible or something like, every religion has their own kind of quote-unquote Bible, so that as well. Or means simple. 土耳其 is Turkey. We just learned that 嚟㗎 can be used to ask questions with confusions. Well, guess what? You can use this to address confusion too. 芝麻 can be used to say something is normal or should be expected or it has nothing special. Note that it's pronounced as 芝麻, not 芝麻. 芝麻. I believe there is no character that can represent this sound, and we also text like this, so I would say it's generally accepted. So 土耳其文嚟㗎啫嘛 implies that there is no need to freak out just because it's Turkish.
土耳其文嚟嘅啫嘛。
吓？土耳其？
You can say 哈 to show that you are shocked, and it can be translated to what? 文 is omitted here, so the translation should be what Turkish, not what Turkey?
土耳其又話係歐洲進口水貨嚟嘅？
水貨 are parallel imports, usually cheaper than normal but without warranties. So 歐洲進口水貨 are parallel imports from Europe. Someone 又話 something. This is a structure used for someone saying something that's exactly the opposite of the truth or the opposite of what the speaker thought the truth was. Be aware that the someone cannot be I. In other words, you can't say 我又話. Also, don't confuse this with the 又 sentence structure. Here is a quick example if you don't know what 又 is. If you say 我又肥又矮, that means I'm fat and short. I have to make this very clear. This 又 has nothing to do with the 又話 structure I was talking about. Right, let's get rid of that and get back to where we were. Example, 你又話係100蚊嘅, which can be translated to, I thought you said it's $100? So if someone shows me something that's $200 and I say, 你又話100蚊嘅, that implies he said it was $100 before and I want to know why it's not the case now. Then he may reply, oh, that's because it was on sale but not anymore. As you can see, this sentence structure doesn't have any deceptive implications on its own, so don't limit yourself using this to only accuse or blame someone of lying. Also, the one using this sentence structure isn't necessarily the right party, as you can see on the above example. Alright, let's get back to the movie for a second. What is the correct answer to this blank? The answer is 你. If you chose another answer and want me to explain why other answers are not correct, please comment down below because this video is getting very long and like we are only halfway done. So 又話係歐洲進口水貨嚟嘅 means I thought you said it's parallel imports from Europe. This implies that for some reason, after she knew it was Turkish, she has doubt whether the baby formula is from Europe. 嚟嘅 here is used to show confusion. She's clearly confused about where the baby formula is from. 又話係 something 嚟嘅 is a common sentence structure.
水貨嚟嘅？
歐洲一體化啊嘛。
一體化 is a very fancy word for saying integrating something into or with something. However, this is probably one of the most unused words in normal conversations. One place you can see this phrase is in government documents where they want to sound professional. According to Wiki, 歐洲一體化 means European integration, and this is beyond learning Cantonese, so you may want to check it out if you are interested. 啱啊 can be used to respond to someone who is surprised of something, or you yourself are surprised that someone is surprised of something. So usually this structure is a reason why the listener should not be surprised, followed by 啱啊. So 歐洲一體化啊嘛 has the implication of you don't know about European integration is the reason why baby formulas made in Turkey are from Europe.
歐洲一體化啊嘛，土耳其而家都歐盟嚟㗎啦，放心啦，好安全㗎。
Just so you're not confused, 歐盟 is the EU, while 歐洲 means Europe. If you interpret this sentence literally, it would mean Turkey is the EU, but it actually means Turkey is part of the EU. This is a common way to say A is part of B. So for example, if there is a band called the Best Band, in Cantonese you can say 佢係 the best band 嚟㗎, meaning he belongs to the best band. Gala can be used to emphasize what has already happened. So if you say 成品嚟㗎啦, that means it's already the finished product. So she's emphasizing that Turkey is already part of the EU. 㗎 here is used to show certainty. She's assuring that the baby formula is safe.
安全㗎。
我都係諗諗先啊。
真係唔使擔心喎。
諗諗先 means to consider. So 我都係諗諗先啦 means I'll have to think about it first. You can use 都係 if you have decided something. So for example, if you say 我都係唔去啦, that means after considering all the factors, you have decided not to go. War can be used to emphasize what we said. So here she used 真係, which means really. So instead of saying don't worry, she's saying you really don't have to worry. So like it's very emphasized. And in this very emphasized situation, you can't use 唔使擔心啦, you have to use war. If you drop 真係, then you can say 唔使擔心啦, which is a tiny bit less confident than 唔使擔心喎. In some situations, you can replace la with 喎, so you can say 放心喎 instead of 放心啦. It's advised to listen and practice more because a lot of the time they are not interchangeable. One way you can do that, of course, is to practice with me on Discord.
擔心喎，分分鐘水貨好過行貨㗎。
You can use 分分鐘 to indicate something could be possible. 行貨 is the opposite of 水貨, so the whole line means it's possible that 水貨 is better than 行貨. Netflix translated this to parallel imports are always better. It makes sense if you are just watching with English subtitles, but this is misleading to Cantonese learners. I always feel like Netflix isn't the best when it comes to translations.
如果唔係點會咁多人買咩？
This is another example of giving examples using 咩. I've explained this in the last video, so I'm not getting into this.
水貨鏡頭、水貨相機、水貨電話、水貨跑車啊？知唔知點解啊？好嘢梗係留翻俾自己國家㗎啦。
The answer to this blank is 梗係. We sometimes pronounce this as 解. You can use 㗎啦 to say something is just the way it is. So if I say 出街食係唔健康㗎啦, it has the implication of it's expected to be unhealthy if you eat outside.
你自己國家㗎啦，唔出口㗎。
Ga here is also used to show certainty, so she's sure that they don't export.
但係水貨奶粉我都係第一次聽啫。
The answer to this blank is 但係. Did you get this time? 都係第一次就喎. This can be used to justify something. So she is using this is the first time I hear parallel imported baby formulas as a reason to justify not buying the baby formula. One more example. If someone says to me, this video is poorly made, then I can say, 我都係第一次整啫喎，仲想點啊? That means this is only the first time I made the video. What do you want from me? Notice that 啫喎 is pronounced as 啫喎, not 咋喎。
梗係啦，我哋呢啲大茶飯嚟嘅，淨係做批發嘅啫。
大茶飯 is an informal word meaning large-scale business. 淨係 means only. 批發 means wholesale. 嘅啫 is used to emphasize 淨係。
淨係做批發嘅啫。如果唔係馮老師介紹你嚟嘅話，我唔做你啲散客嘅。
You can use 如果嘅話 to say if. So 如果唔係馮老師介紹你嚟嘅話, that means if it wasn't for Mr. Feng. You can completely drop 嘅話 and still make sense. So yeah. 散客 means retail or individual clients. I saw a comment on Reddit. By the way, I appreciate the support. He said, 我覺得真係好有用嘅. In a simple declarative sentence like this, we don't put 嘅 at the end. But in compound sentences, we can put 嘅 at the end. Again, it's better for you to text me for learning this kind of thing. So while I was recording this video, I had this idea. I don't know if you have Googled like the best Cantonese textbook or the best Cantonese online course, and like you see the price tag. For example, if you go to Amazon, right, and you search for Cantonese textbook, and then like what you only get is the title of the book, and like you know nothing about it. So I was thinking to do a review on the courses or the textbooks you want me to do a review on. But the thing is, I'm buying something that's completely useless to me. So I'll leave a link down below so you can sponsor me to do this kind of reviews. If you don't want to watch these reviews, you don't need to donate or you don't need to sponsor. Or if you just want to support me, you can donate as well. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, if you decided to text me, don't text me 粵拼 because I don't know how to read it. Like we never learned this at school, and you can use 粵拼 as an input method, but if you text me 粵拼, I will not reply you. So yeah, comment what you think, like and subscribe if you find this video helpful, and I'll see you next time.